I just recognize under the House Resolution 660, you're not allowed to yield time except to minority
The
candidates.
ranking member yielded time to another member of Congress.
No, that is not accurate.
You're gagging the
That
young
is
man from
accurate.
New York.
Ambassador Yovanovitch, I want to thank you for being
Gentlewoman
here
will
today.
suspend. You're not recognized.
This is the 5th time you have interrupted members of
Gentlewoman,
Congress, newly elected members of
recognized.
Congress.
Gentlewoman will suspend.
Mr. Chair, we control the time. It's been customary of this committee that whoever controls the time can yield to whoever they wish. If we have members of Congress that have a few questions, it seems appropriate that we be able to let Ms. Stefanik ask her question.
That exchange during a House impeachment inquiry hearing 9 days ago catapulted Congresswoman Elise Stefanik into the national spotlight. Congresswoman Stefanik of New York joins me right now. She is the youngest Republican woman ever elected to Congress. And Congresswoman, it is wonderful to have you this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Great to be with you, Maria.
You took on Adam Schiff. What was that like? Give us your sense of what just went on there in that exchange.
Well, the American people could see firsthand how partisan this process has been from the start. Adam Schiff, these rules that we were conducted under were totally unprecedented. Members were not able to yield time to other members, which we're allowed to do on the House floor. We're allowed to do in every other committee except under Adam Schiff's regime of secrecy. So the American public, they have outpoured support for me. They want to hear from members of Congress, and I'm proud to have asked some of the best questions of the impeachment proceedings. And Adam Schiff will continue to silence Republican members who he does not want to hear from because he does not want to hear the truth. And the American people are interested in hearing the truth about this important matter.
Now, one of the first questions that you ask, and I believe you tweeted it, is you wanted to know if they did meet with the whistleblower. You wanted to know if Adam Schiff had, in fact, known who the whistleblower is, since the whistleblower is the reason we're at these hearings, right?
That's right, Maria. And when I asked that question, I was the first member of Congress to do so. I was ridiculed by the mainstream media for just asking that question. And it turns out it was a really important question to ask because we now know that Adam Schiff's Democratic staff did meet with the whistleblower before the whistleblower complaint was even issued. That means there was coordination ahead of time. And I also highlighted that Adam Schiff was adamant about hearing from the whistleblower until it came out for the public to know that he had coordinated ahead of time. So the American people are smart enough to know that this has been partisan, and now all of a sudden Adam Schiff wants to refuse to hear from the whistleblower. We need to hear from the whistleblower. He needs to be one of our witnesses. Of course, he should be protected from retaliation or firing, but this is what started off this entire impeachment process, which has taken up 2 months of work on the Intelligence Committee.
Well, Lindsey Graham was on this program a couple of weeks ago and said that this is dead on arrival when it reaches the Senate, unless he can question the one person who brought the charges forth, and that is the whistleblower. Walk us through what has taken place these last 2 weeks. Tell me about the case that you've made and the case that the Democrats have made in terms of the president doing something wrong.
Well, first of all, it's longer than 2 weeks. Prior to this, we had 2 months of closed-door depositions where there was no press, there was no public, and not every member of Congress was able to have access. So this has been a closed process from the start. It has been unfair, and there have been unprecedented leaks. Under severe pressure, Democrats finally were forced to pass a resolution setting out the rules. This passed with only Democratic support and bipartisan opposition. So this exploded into the public consciousness as we had the past 2 weeks of open hearings. I think it's been very confusing to the American public as they followed this because there's no impeachable offenses. My questions have focused on the facts. I have been very gracious to every witness, and I asked almost every witness, do you have direct evidence of quid pro quo? Do you have direct evidence of bribery? Do you have direct evidence of treason? And each and every witness said no. And I think those facts are very, very important for the American people. And that's why I think you're seeing this shift as independents' support for impeachment continues to fall. It's because they're seeing the truth for the first time.
Yeah. Where is this going now? I mean, we're expecting that they are writing articles of impeachment to give to the Judiciary Committee and then from the Judiciary Committee to the Senate. But does the Judiciary Committee also do hearings and bring witnesses down?
Well, they are writing the rules as they go, Maria. Adam Schiff has made this up. As you know, the Intelligence Committee does not even have jurisdiction over impeachment proceedings. So this was unprecedented, and this was really a power grab by Adam Schiff. The last public hearing that's been announced was this past week. We do not anticipate public hearings the week of Thanksgiving. and we will see what happens. Adam Schiff has kept it open to potentially call more witnesses, but I think every single day that the American people are able to tune in, they see that this is a partisan process and it's a complete waste of energy. There's so much important work that we should be doing in Congress. When the Intelligence Committee finalizes their partisan report, I anticipate this will go to the Judiciary Committee. We are likely to have more public hearings in the Judiciary Committee, and then ultimately there will have to be a vote on the House floor. Based upon Speaker Pelosi, she has said she thinks that may happen before the end of the year, and then it would go to the Senate. And it's important for the viewers to remember the Republicans control the Senate, so we can anticipate from hearing from the whistleblower as a witness, but also the Senate needs to call Adam Schiff as a witness so that he is forced to answer questions as to this coordination with the whistleblower.
And do you think that's realistic? Would he actually testify under oath? I mean, he's not under oath right now, so he can go and read a parody and make up stuff that the president said. He can go and say, I never met with the whistleblower, and he's got, no risk of perjury or breaking the law because he's not under oath like the witnesses are.
Well, Adam Schiff should answer questions under oath. He has functioned as the judge, jury, and chief prosecutor. He's also functioned as the counsel to the witnesses, giving advice to the witnesses when they should and should not answer questions. And again, as these hearings exploded into the open, the public was able to see that. And the American people are understanding this has been a partisan process from the start. And I've been really overwhelmed by the outpouring of support from my district, but from across the country, from people who want to focus on the facts and the truth.
Well, not everybody. You got Hollywood very upset, didn't you? As soon as you made this splash by taking on Adam Schiff, you had people like George Conway, Rosie O'Donnell, Chrissy Teigen, Chelsea Handler come out and attack you. I mean, I don't even want to say what George Conway said about you. It's horrible. How are you dealing with all of this? We're showing a tweet on the air of from Chrissy Teigen and Chelsea Handler who have attacked you. These are women who say they're for women.
Absolutely. It has been disgusting and despicable, but the good news, Maria, is my district is with me. We've gotten 3-to-1 positive calls from constituents in my district, and every day of the week, I choose the North Country over Hollywood liberals like Chrissy Teigen, Rosie O'Donnell, and Chelsea Handler. So I'm overwhelmed by the support. Hollywood liberals have dumped millions to support my far-left opponent, but the American people in my district are fighting back. And if your viewers are interested in supporting, donate to fightschiff.com to help make sure that we are standing up for the truth and that I'm able to stand up for my district. But again, my opponent is the toast of Tinseltown, whereas I have support across the North Country in New York.
So you are fighting back with this hashtag FightSchiff.com. We will look at that. Congresswoman, it's good to see you. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Maria.
All right, we will see you soon.